up, guys? Welcome back to your favorite podcast, the Hard Edge Podcast. And today we have a guest, the man, the myth, the legend, Carter Hughes.
What's up?
And today we're going to be talking about all kinds of different things, including basketball, baseball, and football. So, are y'all excited or what? So, Carter, you want to start us off?
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'll
So,
start us off because I'm talking about a little bit of WVU football after I looked over the press conference. And
oh
in the
yeah.
press conference, Rich Rod talked about many times that the O line was absolutely manhandling and bullying the defensive line, which is a good sign and a bad sign for West Virginia. It either means we have a really, really good offensive line and an okay defense, or it means we have an okay offensive line and a horrible defense. But, or we have a really, really good offensive line and a good defense. But, we've heard that there's been a lot going on in the offensive room. So that's a good thing. And, Carter, there's 11 guys on the offensive line that are over 300 pounds. What do you think about that?
Dang, those are some really big Goliath men.
That's what I'm saying. Also, something fun to look forward to. Rich Rod Rodriguez, the West Virginia coach, says that they are going to be doing basically like a scrimmage. So, all the coaches will go in one day into a meeting room and they'll basically have like a big draft. So, they'll take turns picking players for one team, one team, one team, one team. Scotty Fox, Michael Hawkins, Amari Latimer, Cam Cook. So, they take turns and then they'll scrimmage, which I'm excited for because that means they're developing them and already getting that depth chart. Speaking of the depth chart will be out by April 18th. They will have a depth chart by April 18th, which is very exciting. So it's better than last year. They didn't have a depth chart till the first game, which is very, very good. What do you have to say about that, Carter?
Um, I'd like to add something about NC State spring training.
Mm-hmm. What were you going to say?
Yeah, so our head coach, Dave Doran,
Mm-hmm.
um in the press conference, he talked about how um at training they're focusing on you know, training the new transfers, making them good for the season,
Yeah.
and also just developing depth because we didn't have the best last season.
Yeah, we didn't have
With
much
every
depth either. That's
Mhm.
mainly one of the problems we had last year. We had a good team. If we could have stayed healthy, we probably could have went to a bowl. But our guys just kept getting injured. That's probably the problem for NC State also, I'm assuming.
Mhm. I don't know if you saw that one clip um where um our wide receiver, he caught the ball and then he broke his leg while he was running and he ran to the end zone.
He broke his leg
Have you
in
seen that?
spring practice.
No, during against Pitt.
Ah, I hate Pitt. Speaking of Pitt, eat poop Pitt. So, y'all are developing some talent too. I saw that y'all have gotten some pretty good transfers, but y'all have a good coach there. And if y'all could have kept, what was his name? The running back?
Hollywood Smothers.
Yeah, if y'all could have kept that, y'all could have been ACC contention. Y'all still are, but y'all could have had it sealed, packaged up.
I'm hoping CJ Bailey will be as good as he was last season.
Yeah. So, do you want to talk about baseball now?
Sure.
What do you got about baseball, NC State baseball?
Well, I got a lot to say about them.
Okay, you got that, because I don't got much.
All right. Last week, NC State was top 15 in the country in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And we've lost the last 3 games, 2 to Florida State, understandable. They're the 11th best team in the country.
Yeah.
But we lost to Campbell.
Yeah, you never know in
2-0.
baseball. Anybody could win.
In the upcoming weekend, we have to play number 3 Georgia Tech in a series, so we're probably cooked. But I mean, they looked really good at the start of the season, but I mean, they've just been so inconsistent. I mean, they've lost to Campbell, Boston College, Elon, Lafayette, and Princeton. And mind you, um we played Princeton in a series. That was the second game we lost to them, 1-0. The game before, we beat them by 15.
Mm.
Like that just they're so inconsistent.
Yeah, that was the problem with West Virginia last year. We had maybe the best hitting team in the country. The problem was that they all went on a slump at the end of the year, and the pitching wasn't the greatest. I think that's a problem for y'all this year.
Yeah, and sadly we're not ranked anymore, even after being top 15 last week. But honestly, maybe that's a lesson cuz I don't think they deserve it either.
Yeah. Well, in baseball, anybody can win, just like basketball. You see March Madness, any team can win. It's the same in baseball. You gotta rest your players. That's probably one of the problems for y'all. Y'all resting all your good players.
And talking about basketball, who you got winning March Madness?
Mm. Give me the Arizona Wildcats. What about you?
Yeah, me too. I completely agree.
Yeah. But on the WVU baseball side, we got the MLB. We got opening day coming up. You excited for that?
Yep.
Yeah, and JJ Weatherholt, a WVU legend, he was top 5 in the draft. He is
Mhm.
officially making his debut at opening day, which is very exciting for him and his family. And
Mhm.
recapping this weekend, West Virginia beats Marshall and sweeps BYU over the past week. And they're ranked number 17th in the country, getting carried and just just helped by Gavin Kelly and Sean. Don't know his last name, can't pronounce it, but I think that they are doing pretty good this year. A lot better pitching than last year. And they also have a few bad losses, including Kennesaw State and Liberty, which are very bad losses. But we also have some really good wins, like
Yeah.
Baylor and I can't remember. I don't keep much attention to baseball. Still keep a little bit of attention, but I know we have some good wins. And we have a big game coming up against Penn State and a good game against Pitt, I think, which will definitely be packed out because it's in the Kendrick family ballpark, and it's sold out. And pretty sure we're wearing our blackout uniforms.
Nice.
Okay, on to the basketball side. What do you got about NC State basketball? How are they doing?
Yeah, obviously our season ended on a pretty bad note. But so far we have only 2 commits, but they're both 4 stars, and you know what they say, quality over quantity. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean it is not the National Signing Day yet, and the transfer portal opens soon, so y'all will be good, right?
Mhm.
Do y'all have any key returning players?
Uh, man, I haven't really looked into it yet. I'll probably look into it soon though.
Yeah, but okay, that's good though.
Y'all?
Into the basketball for WVU. We have a pretty good recruiting class, if you put it, say so myself. But before we get into that, we'll talk about the season recap for West Virginia. Have you seen anything about West Virginia this year, Carter?
Yeah, I have. I would say they had a pretty mediocre season, not to
Yeah,
be
I'd
rude.
agree. I think our highs and lows, we were also just like NC State baseball, just inconsistent. Our offense just lacked in depth. If we would have had a third score or even a second score, we could have been elite. We had the top 5 defense in the country. Only allowed like 60 points per game for the opponent, and led by Honor Huff, which is a 3-point sniper. I think he could have been even better if he had a second option because he at the start of the season when they were rolling, got their groove in. They were Honor Huff was making threes left and right. Just pass it to him, he shoots it from half court, swishes it. Pass it to the wing, he swishes it. He just swished
Mhm.
it every time. You'd get mad if he didn't make it. Expected him to make it, but I think he had a great season, and all these seniors just played their hearts out. And highs, definitely Kansas and BYU, those games. Carter, we were actually together when that BYU game was going on in West Virginia. Remember that?
Oh yeah, that was some pretty good times.
Yep. But also some lows, losing to 3-13 Baylor, 4-14 Kansas State, and letting a Clemson team go on a 15-0 run in the last 5 minutes to lose to Clemson and let off one of the most dominant three-point performances in West Virginia history against Xavier, where they scored over 16 threes.
Wow.
That one made me mad. But
Mhm.
next year, I'm feeling good. I'm on the Ross Hodge squad. And we got some key returning players coming back, including DJ Thomas, the outstanding freshman. He came out and start of the year he was coming on slow. At the end of the year, he was popping off. He had a few games where he hit 4 more threes, which is really good for a freshman. We also have Amir Jenkins coming back. He's a really feisty type point guard. He's very quick on the feet. He's one of the fastest players you could see in college basketball. He needs to work on his jump shot, but down low, he has a nasty fadeaway move, which would impress anyone. But
Mhm.
going into wait, have you talked about the recruits that you're bringing in?
Yeah. About the two 4 stars, and then we also have two other players that we are in a battle with to yet
Yeah,
to acquire. One of them with TCU DJ for DJ uh, Ogo Mecca. I can't pronounce his last name. He's from Nigeria. He's a center, 1 foot tall, 200 pounds. So that would be really nice if we were to acquire him.
yeah.
And then the other one is a battle with Duquesne. I can't
Mm-hmm.
really pronounce that college, but
Duquesne.
small forward. Yeah. Small forward Aaron Ekwar. He's 6'6", 190.
That's pretty cool.
So hopefully we'll get both of them.
Yeah, sorry I was distracted there. It sounded like there's a war going outside of my house. There's like sirens and blarings, horns. But y'all sound like y'all have a pretty good roster right now in basketball.
Yeah.
But we have a pretty good roster. Don't know if you heard, but we have one of the top recruits in the country. In my opinion, he's one of the he could be the best player in the Big 12 this year. He's 5'10". That's a little bit shorter for a basketball player, but trust me, once you see his game, that you'll forget about his height. Miles Sadler, he's a 5-star, best commit in WVU history. We also have Kingston Whitty. He's a 6'2" point guard, and he is also a really good player. And also Ali Doom, a center, 6'10", and he's a 4-star also. And he's actually Miles Sadler's teammate. I'm pretty sure all these players are 4 stars, except for Kingston Whitty. Kingston Whitty is actually, I think, a 4-star on Rivals. Don't know if you heard of the website. It's like connected with On Three. But Miles Sadler, do you want to see some? Can I show some tape of him?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna impress you, Carter. Don't cry. It's
Me
so it's
personally, I think I could sweep him 11.
he has some beautiful tape here. Oh, I got a lot of stuff. Okay, here we go. Let's look at this Miles Sadler tape. Here we go. You ready? Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
You got him fired up here. He dribbles up.
So
He's a
this is the
great
5-star,
passer.
correct?
What? What'd you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he just switches that one. He's a very good dude. He's going crazy. He's hyped. So, you see that foul baiting?
Wow.
He's got, I think, the most elite layup package in the country. You see that fake step back move? Woo-wee!
Mhm.
You seeing that? And then he's a great ball handler. Look, that was right over. This is in a camp with all 4 and 5 stars. You see that layup package? He faked the
Wow.
reverse and then he just put it under. These are
Yeah.
against like 6'5", 6'10" guys. Look at that. Step back, pull up three, good. He's such a good player. And then you expect him to make anything. This is just like Honor Huff. He's not maybe not a good as 3-point shooter, but he's a great ball. You seen those? He's a great layup package. Look, he's
Wow.
just
Yeah.
look at him. He's going from deep. He's a great ball handler. He's not a ball hog too. He's one of the best passers, and a McDonald's All American candidate. He won the EYBL Player of the Year. You know, Cooper Flag won the EYBL Cooper Player of the Year, and also the A Cup Junior guy from Arkansas.
Oh yeah, from Arkansas.
Yeah, and Cooper Flag, and he won that award.
Wow, that's very impressive.
Yeah. And talking about Kingston Whitty. Oh, back to Miles Sadler, actually. He actually led the nation in steals at the I can't remember what tournament. It was like a worldwide tournament with the nation's best high schoolers. And he like averaged 6
Mhm.
steals a game.
Wow. For his height.
I know, that's just crazy for his height. So,
Mhm.
to Kingston Whitty, see this. Stop. Sorry, my Alexa is going off. Alright, so this is Kingston Whitty. I couldn't find the best tape for him, but here's a little bit of it. See him? He's backing up, and that's tough shot. Go through contact. He's a very tough physical player.
Mhm.
Back down, and then you look at that. Woo! You hit that fadeaway shot. It's just so pretty.
Oh my.
Look, he's calling for an ISO. He knows
Mhm.
he's better than this guy. Look at this. Ooh. Gets a fake screen, and then he almost loses the
Wow.
ball, but he gets it back, and he just he's great with that fadeaway shot. We're gonna watch a few more
Mhm.
minutes, like a second or more of this, and then he's great down low. You don't see him shooting money threes, but he can shoot the three though. See, look, he likes to go down low in
Yeah,
that
just like me.
down in that arc shot. Isn't a 3-point sniper, but all 4-star players can pull it. We even saw Hart. Oh, I don't know why it keeps doing this. Okay,
Oh, hello?
okay, I'm back. Let me just.
Sorry, I was glitching for a second.
Me too. I'm so sorry, guys. Let me just keep sharing for a second. I have one more thing to show y'all. It is Ali O'Doom, the freshman, Miles Sadler's teammate, actually. What do you think of Kingston Whitty's tape that you just saw?
Man, he looks pretty good. I could only see about 2 shots though because the I don't know, the video was just glitching.
Yeah, sorry about that. This is a
It's
not
okay.
very good. I'm pretty bad at finding tape, but this guy is pretty good. He's basically do anything. You can see him shooting the three here. Oh, that wasn't him, but he got the good rebound, and then he graded. That's two steps from like half court. He has long strides. See him getting that rebound. Look how big he is compared to those other kids. This is in 10th grade, by the way. Great passer.
Wow.
And then he
How tall is
blocked
he?
off the backboard. And then dunked it. This is in 10th grade. He's gotten better from this. Bow!
Wow. Wait, Evan.
Yeah. Yeah,
How tall is he?
6'10".
Wow.
Boo! You seeing that? These are look at these other look at this guy. He looks like he's in sixth grade. So that so I think that NC State and West Virginia both have a great recruiting class this year. Which team do you think got a better haul, like a shopping haul?
So far probably West Virginia,
Yeah,
just because they have more players recruited. We only have two, so
yeah, but y'all
um,
y'all have a really good coach. And what's his name again? Remind me.
Will Wade.
Yeah, from McNeese, right?
hmm
I saw that Oricon guy transferred out.
Out of NC State or
Yeah,
McNeese.
the guy that like had the boombox.
Yeah, he was since Will Wade and Quadir Copeland came here, and those were both the coach and a player from McNeese. He wanted to transfer here too, but I don't know something while trying to go through the process to transfer, it just didn't go right. So,
Yeah, he came up to a few games too.
hmm but then I don't know, he got denied or something.
Yeah. One more topic
Now,
for us. What are some teams that you hate the most as an NC State fan? I know I have my list, and it might shock a few of y'all. I'm younger, so it might shock y'all. So, what are y'all your top five?
top five. I mean, NC State doesn't really have any historic rivalries besides UNC in football.
Yeah,
And so, are you just talking about all sports?
yeah. I'm just talking about like you hear that name, you're like, oh, I hate them. You see a guy with a shirt
All right,
walking by, you're like, oh, I hate you.
all right. Number one, UNC probably.
Yeah.
Then, I mean, there's not really. I mean, there's some teams that NC State dislikes. Like, let's go. Number two, I'll go. I'll go Duke.
Mm-hmm.
Number three, probably Wake Forest.
Yeah.
Number four, probably maybe East Carolina. And then number five, let's see. Um, hmm. I sorry, I can't really think of
You're
another one. You
good.
can go
You
ahead.
want me to go?
Yeah.
My first pick. I'm not even gonna say it. You know, I don't gotta
Mhm.
say it. Sweet Caroline, Pitt. I hate Pitt so much, but they think they're so good in everything, and then they cry about it when they lose to us. Oh, 13-9. Like shut up. Makes me so mad. But beat y'all two times in basketball and football this year, so I don't want to hear them talking. So number two, this is a hard pick for me. I know a lot of people would say like Penn
Virginia Tech.
State, but I'm
Oh,
gonna have to say
never mind.
Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech fans are so annoying. And that Enter Sandman, they think is so tough and it's cool. It's not even that cool. I mean, it's a good atmosphere, but all the other teams do the exact same thing. They all like UCF, Penn State. They all use like a similar song, and they like get their pump up in the walking hall, and they're like, oh, like they're all doing the same thing, and then they're like the stupid beaver thing is like no hokey thing is like go open the gates, and they walk out, and they're like it's just so stupid. So I gotta put Virginia Tech there, and then put Penn State same thing, third. And then I don't know. I haven't experienced enough Penn State. Like I haven't met a Penn State fan or experienced like I've met a few Penn State fans. They weren't that bad, and I haven't. I know that rivalry
Yep.
is a little bit older, so I I'm gonna put Penn State at 4. My third, give me Marshall. I know this is a hot take. Not even a rivalry, but they're just so annoying. My mom's a Marshall fan. She was a cheerleader there. Always talking about Marshall. Oh, we're the best. Oh, we're the best. One time I was in a comment section on YouTube and they were talking about Marshall. I said, little brother. And all the little Marshall fans came yelling at me. They were like, can't say that. You can't say that. We almost beat you one time. And then I'm like, no, y'all haven't. That was one time. It was 7 points. All the other times we swept y'all. And y'all are too scared to play us again in Morgantown. Like, why would we come to your home stadium that can only fit like 20,000 people? It's old dump. Why would we go there? And they're so annoying. They think they're so good, and they're not even good in any sports. But honorable mention, give me Andy. What were you gonna say?
I think they're pretty good at field hockey.
Women's polo. But honorable mention, give me Indiana. They're also a very annoying school. They took our Tucker Sucker DeVries, the dad. If you don't know Carter, they had a coach. West Virginia had a coach last year. Tucker DeVries was the player, and his dad, Darren DeVries, was the coach. And we had a pretty good started off hot. We were like really good. We were like 10-2. We had beaten Gonzaga, Kansas, Iowa State, Arizona. We'd beaten like lots of top 10 teams. And then down the stretch, like last 5 games, we were just playing horrible. It was just like way bad. We were playing bad defense, bad offense. We would have lost a lot more games if it wasn't for Javon Small. All respects to him. He's such a good player. Playing in the NBA right now, he's dominating with the Grizzlies. But I think that he's just annoying. Because then, after we finished our season, before we even finished the Big 12 tournament, he transferred and left West Virginia for Indiana. Didn't say goodbye to any of his players that he had brought with him. He didn't say goodbye to anyone. He just took his son and him, took the money, and left. That just makes me mad. And then they spend over like $40 million over there at Indiana and barely get to 20 wins. Don't even make the tournament. It's just so annoying. And then, football, I like their football team. I don't like them, but I just like their attitude. They like to train over the money. They only had like 2 4-star recruits, and they had like 43 stars, and they just trained them and developed them. So that's my pick for the Rifles. What do you think about that?
And then you said that was your honorable mention. Do you have a number 5?
I'll just put that in my number 5. Have you thought of your number 3 or 4?
My number 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is pretty tough, but I think I'd have to say Clemson just because it's kind of died down over the years, but the Textile Bowl, it's not a big rivalry, but NC State doesn't have many.
What about South Carolina? Are y'all rivals with them?
I think we were like not I think we were like a little bit back in the day, but that was a while ago, not anymore.
Yeah. Let me think of some other rivals y'all have. Are y'all like, let me think of some AC. Are Virginia Tech and Miami rivals?
No, not really.
I feel like that's always a big game whenever they're playing.
Yeah, Virginia Tech maybe a little bit, but Miami hasn't really gotten to be a rivalry just because they're always so much better than us.
Yeah. So thanks for coming on here, Carter. I had a ton of fun with you, and we'll hopefully be able to get you back on a show. It's always a pleasure to talk with somebody else. And have you enjoyed the show?
Yep, and I have one question.
What?
What do you think? What was your favorite win in West Virginia's basketball season?
This year?
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I have 2. The Kansas one, I love that Kansas win. And
Mhm.
gotta say, beating Pitt by 30 points and all the fans were chanting, "Who's your daddy?" And all the Pitt fans were crying in the crowd.
Satisfying.
Very satisfying. And everybody was just so happy that night. We sang Country Roads, and all the Pitt fans went home sad and crying. At least we're good in football. Beat y'all in football. Thanks for jumping on, Carter. Hope y'all had a great podcast and a great time. Me and the bear, have a great night. We'll see y'all tomorrow or the next day. See ya.
Bye. See ya.